Basically, I wanted to do something special for the 300 subscriber video besides, talking about all the things that are coming to the channel and, the updates and like that. I mean, obviously, things are going to be a little bit different. I'm sort of upgrade my channel because obviously I have the microphone. I've added that, so there'll be more things that'll be added to the channel in terms of the what you see in the background. I'll be updating it, stuff like that. So look forward to that. But I wanted to share a little thing for celebrating the 300 subscriber milestone, and that is basically 25 facts about me that you might not know already. And it's gonna get a little bit personal because I feel like 300 is actually a pretty big number to talk about this stuff, and I don't think anybody and I don't think any of you know about me enough that that I should tell you, because I mean you probably don't know anything about me besides the name, basically. Because I've already advertised my name on the channel, on the about section, but I don't think you would know anything about me. So I figured it was time to talk about me, because this is not just about you guys. It's also me, because I mean it is about you guys, but the channel wouldn't be at where it is now without my videos. I'm the one who makes the videos. You guys are the one who watches them and enjoys them and laughs or whatever. That's great. I love that. That's fantastic. But it's really me who has decided to make a channel that I love and I'm passionate about. And so I've compiled a list of 25 things that I wanted to talk to you about, because I think you should know more about me, because I don't think any of you really know much about me. So it's really something really important. So first off, number one, I have a form of autism known as Asperger's. You may not know this, but it's a big disability of mine that I have, and it impacts me greatly. So I have a slight speech impediment. I talk very fast. I slow my speech. I'm not very good in crowds. I'm very shy. I feel overwhelmed a lot. Just in general, I have autism. I have or Asperger's, whatever you want to call it. Just the more you know, because I've talked to you about this before. I've mentioned it before, but I do have it. I do have autism. I don't know when. I think it was diagnosed when I was like 15 or 16. So it wasn't. It was a few years ago. It was pretty recent. So I wouldn't. I can't really say if I'm proud of it. It's something that you should be aware of, because I'm very sensitive. So if things happen on the channel that I'm not very okay with, I'll usually delete it, because if it's a comment that I find offensive towards me, I'll delete it, because I don't like that. I mean, it's because of my autism that I'm triggered by that, and it's just all the hate or the negativity that I get on the channel that really makes me go, feel really bad about things. And number two, I have the ability to blur things with my eyes. And I mean, it sounds weird. It comes like a power. I wouldn't really call it a power. I think it's just like a little sensory gift of mine. Basically I can look at a screen and I can just go like that, and then whatever's on the screen, it can blur it by like 25 or 50%. It isn't blurred completely, but I can focus. If I focus on something really, it doesn't even take that much focus. If I look at something and I just look at it and I concentrate, then I can make my eyes blur it. It's really cool. And I can do it right now. I'm doing it right now, where I'm looking at the thing, and I can't even see any of the words on my little list right now. It's that crazy. And number three, I was born in Shoreline, where I was born from. I've moved several houses, of course. I don't live in Shoreline anymore, but I went from there, and then I moved to Duval, I guess around the same time I was born. Then I lived in Duval for 16 years. I moved a couple houses in Duval, and then I moved to Mill Creek, and then I'm here in Everett. So I'm pretty local, actually. So I've been around. Yeah, I've moved a lot. I've surprisingly moved quite a lot. That's why on the channel I've only moved about twice, but they were all videos that you couldn't see my face in it. So basically that's what happened. And I currently attend Edmonds Community College. I've actually got a lot of schools. I was in a preschool called Head Start, and then I went to a elementary school called Eagle Rock. And then I graduated from that, and then I think I went to Sky Valley, and then to Monroe High School, and then to Valley College. I didn't like going to college very much. I made some poor decisions there, and then I finally at Edmonds Community College. I'm currently taking classes there. I don't know what degree I'm taking, but I'm taking classes at Edmonds Community College. It's a blast. I love that place. It's fantastic. It's one of the best colleges I've been to. And basically that's what's happening there. And my last name, if you don't know this already, I have my name is Tom, if you don't know this already. My name is Tom, and my last name is actually Bond. It's pretty cool. Like, my last name, a lot of people actually say this about their name, about their personal life, but like, my last name is Bond, like that's by James Bond. So I guess in a way, my username is a little bit like that, like Ultimate Spy, because James Bond is the Ultimate Spy. He literally, he's an Ultimate Spy. Seriously. I mean, I don't think he's 53 years old, but he's literally the definition of what an Ultimate Spy is. So basically, I guess you could say that my last name kind of took the name of Spy, but not really. I just kind of made it up, really. Basically, that's what my name is. Well, it's not. My last name isn't based off of James Bond. It's just probably coincidence. But my last name has gone from generations. But like my last name is Bond. I'm Tom Bond. It's a pretty nice name. And my favorite color, if you don't already know this, is blue. I have blue polish on. I mean, my polish is kind of like diminishing. I'm probably gonna have to fix that. But basically, favorite color is blue. So yeah, I have blue shirt, blue jeans. A lot of my stuff is blue. That's why I like blue a lot. It's my favorite color of all time, obviously. And I also have 5 siblings now. I do 2 of which are actually my brother-in-laws, or one of them is about to be my brother-in-law. But I have 5 siblings. Yeah, 5 siblings, and of course 2 of them are brother-in-laws, and I have the brother-in-law. Without the brother-in-laws, I have a brother and 2 sisters. So yeah, I have quite a big family. And my favorite game franchise is actually Halo. I like Call of Duty a lot also, but Halo is one of my favorite video game franchises of all time, and just in general of a FPS. I love Halo, but I'm a big fan of Five Nights at Freddy's. That's my favorite horror game. I'm a big fan of it. I love the lore, all that stuff. The lore is amazing. The gameplay is fun, but Halo is one where I really love it. I just love Halo. But I also like other games, like, I've been really getting into Assassin's Creed lately, but I'm also just, in general, Halo's one of my, I kind of grew on Halo. In fact, it was a really fun story where I was at a friend's house and I turned down the chance to play Halo 3 because I said I wasn't old enough. And that just sounds ridiculous, but it was so true. It happened. It totally happened. But yeah, Halo's one of my favorite franchises of all time. I love it so much. It's fantastic. And I have not played Halo 5 yet. I will be playing it very, very soon, but I haven't played it yet. So I know, it's been like 3 years, but I'm behind the game, mainly. But yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's and Halo are both my favorite games. Five Nights at Freddy's is my favorite horror game. I don't like horror games in general, but this is the exception because it's really interesting and it's amazing. I love it. I just love FNAF. It's fantastic. I don't care what people say about the fandom's dead or whatever. It's still there for me. So, and actually, I have 2 favorite book series. I love the Fablehaven series. If you don't know Fablehaven, it's actually a book about a reserve called Fablehaven that houses magical creatures, and it's basically just as a fantasy book, and it's really interesting. I also love the Diary of a Wicked Kid books. I actually met, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture of me having met Jeff Kinney, the author of those books, and I got to read the new book because that finally came out, the new book, and it was one of the funniest out of all of them combined, and it was hilarious. And so basically, that was a fantastic experience for me, and I got to meet him. So I love those books. The movies aren't that great. The first 3 are pretty good. The 4th one is terrible. I wouldn't even watch it. I hadn't even bothered watching it because it was awful. And obviously my favorite movie is Coraline. I love that movie. It is fantastic. One of my all-time favorite movies of all time. There's no movie that can beat that. I mean, Infinity War is pretty good, but Coraline is honestly one of my favorite movies of all time. There's no other movie that can compare to it. It's so good. And so that's why I did my 1-year review on Coraline, is because it's my favorite movie of all time. So, and just a random little fact about me is that my favorite song is a song called "You Can't Touch This." I don't know why, but it's actually a song I danced to in I think it was elementary school. I danced to it, and it was a great song. I love that song. It's fantastic. I mean, there's other songs out there that I like, but this is my favorite song. If you wanted to know what my favorite song is, that's my favorite song. And you also may be wondering why I do reaction videos. So basically, the main reason that I do reaction videos in the first place is because it was a channel I follow called Charmix. I'll put a link to his first channel and third channel. His third channel does YTV reactions. His second channel does new reactions, and his first channel does like other stuff and also updates and personal life stuff. But his third channel is where he does YTV reactions. So I'll link the first and third channel in the description. The second channel I'm not really interested in at all because I'm not really a big fan of big names. But basically, when I started watching his channel, I found out about him back before he had a beard, actually, and he's just someone like, ooh, this is pretty funny. He makes react videos. So basically, I'm like, well, what if I did that? What if I started making react videos? And I tried using my first reaction video. I mean, obviously, my first reaction video was awful because I used like a trial version of Sony Vegas, and it was terrible. I mean, I have a new version of that. So basically, that's basically what happened, and it was just awful. I couldn't believe it, and Obviously now my editing got better, but basically I decided to do reaction videos because this guy was doing reaction videos, and he really made me, he inspired me to, I mean, he didn't make me do it, but he just inspired me really to, I'm like, I want to do something cool for the channel, I want to do something new, so if you're, it'd be fun to do reaction videos because they're fun. They are awesome. I love doing them. Right now, I kind of feel like I got pressure where the only thing anyone ever wants on this channel is reaction videos, and I kind of get sick of that. I kind of, there's you know, at a certain point in time on the channel where I get a little bit tired of having people only want react videos, because, guys, react videos are not the only thing I do on the channel. I do other things. So I love that I get reaction video suggestions, but it is not the only thing I do on the channel. So I do love them. The reason why I'm doing them in the first place, and the reason why I haven't stopped doing this, because they are a lot of fun. I love seeing my reactions to the funny videos. Especially that one of the one I recently watched, the one that I laughed my ass off at. That one, I got to see my reaction, you know, play back, and it was like, wow. I just love doing reactions. I feel like it's better to see my reaction fresh, and it's satisfying because I love doing it. It's so much fun. Although I will say that I get a little bit tired of the constant, you know, recommendations, because it makes me feel like the only thing people want on the channel is reactions, and that is clearly not the case. I would prefer if people wouldn't just only watch me for reaction, because that's not the sole purpose of my channel. So I would like the feature of the channel with the reaction videos like that to not just watch react videos, because if the whole purpose of your new time on this channel is just reactions, then you're not gonna be, this isn't the channel for you, because I don't just do reactions. I mean, I don't really have plans to stop doing reaction videos, but I'm getting a little tired of the way the community is handling the reaction videos, because, again, I've talked about this before, it feels like the community just wants react videos. Like, that's the only thing they want, and it's really annoying. I mean, seriously, if I'm a channel that does other things than react videos, and people just want to react videos, and like, then it feels like they don't even care for the other content I make. Like, if I make a gameplay series, and let's say no one watches. I mean, obviously that's not the case anymore, but like, let's say no one watches it, and they only want to watch a react video. That just makes me feel bad, because react videos aren't the only thing I do. I mean, I love doing them; they're fantastic, and I love doing them. But I just, like, they're not the only thing I do. So I would like the feature of this channel to be where it wouldn't be just reaction. It's like when I hit 400 subscribers, I'm hoping that people won't just be, you know, only asking for reactions, because that's just not fair. If you only want reactions, then you're just gonna have to find someone else to react to, because I'm not gonna do, well, I'm not saying I'm not gonna do reactions forever. I'm just saying I don't want to keep, you know, I don't want it to be every comment that I get be about reaction. Seriously, because most of the comments that I get are all about reaction. So if people could, you know, think about the other content I make, not just reactions, it'd be great. I mean, I love doing reaction videos. I love the feedback I get. I love the fact that you suggest things to me sometimes. And I'll be honest here, sometimes some of the suggestions you give me, I turn down, because just aren't what I want to watch. But other than that, I don't know. I feel like the community and with the comments is becoming overcrowded with just nothing but reaction suggestions, and it's a little bit annoying. So I would like the future of this channel, especially for the next milestone, if we get to the milestone, to tone down on the reactions, because I'm getting it's just getting a little out of hand if you think about that. So yeah, and if you're wondering where my outro and intro came from, so the intro, which is the "What is going on, everyone?" It's also 3 here. So there's something really interesting about this part, about the top, you know, the top 25 things about me, is that when I made my intro, I had a lot of intros. Like, I had hello, you know, hey, what's everybody, you know, hello YouTube, all that stuff. You know, hello viewers. I even did that at one point. And then I finally settled on a new one that would basically be the one I use forever, and that is the, you know, what is going on, everyone. You know, it's me here, or it's Ultimate Cyber 3 here. It's I've done a lot of, you know, with the intro. I've done a lot of things with different different YouTubers. Like, you know, what is going on, everyone. I took, you know, the 8-Bit Ryan and 8-Bit Gaming intro where they said, so what is going on, and I took when they guys, I take the guys out of there, and then take the so out of there, so it ends up being what is going on. And then Candivi's intro, she says, you know, hey everyone. I take that out, and I just have the everyone, put it there, so it just means, you know, what's going on, everyone. And then it's Ultimate Spy 3 here. And then Razbowski, he's a YouTuber that says, you know, hey everyone, it's Razbowski here. I take his stuff out, and then just have it where it's where it says, you know, it's Razbowski here, and then I basically take that, you know, part of it, and then just replace that Razbowski with my channel name, and I have it. It's Ultimate Strider 3 here, and then the outro is basically not stealing from Jacksepticeye at all. I'm using like the first little bit of his outro. I'm using the thank you guys so much for watching this episode or video, or this episode of, I mean, instead of him doing, he doesn't actually say the episode of the series he's doing, he says just episode of, you know, just episode in general. I do episode of this series, or video, in this case a reaction video, or a vlog, or whatever, and then I say, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. And that's where Razbowski comes in, where he says, please hit the like button, it really is appreciated. And then I take that part out and I have it where I really do appreciate the support, and then put my thumb up. Because that's basically, when I say appreciate the support, that thumb right there, that means that's basically a like button, basically. And then I say, and if you're new to this channel. And that's kind of where Epic Gaming's intro comes from, where it's like, and if you're new to this channel, subscribe for more games like this. You know, and that's when that's usually when I end a series, I say, you know, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more games like this. And then the rest of it, I just finish up my one I actually made myself, which is another series I do, another good content. I'll be back next time with another video. Alright, see you, and then put a head up. Basically, that's where the intro came from, the outro. I didn't steal any of it. I basically tried up a bunch of intros and outros from various YouTubers that I follow, and I kind of, you know, combined all of them into one, basically. It's pretty fun, actually. It's a really creative way to do it. So, and you may have noticed that I stopped using the subscribe to become a spy slogan at the end of my video. I just felt like it wasn't working for my channel at all. I was only doing it because I feel like I wanted to try it out and see how it worked and see if it would work, and it turns out it was not what I wanted to do. I used it for like a couple months, and I just feel like it wasn't working at all. You know, subscribe to become a spy. I just thought I wanted to try something that would work with the channel name, and subscribe to become a spy didn't really make sense. And then I tried it first, and I'm like, oh, this works pretty well. And then I started, you know, it doesn't really make sense. So I basically decided to drop the you know, subscribe to become a spy thing. So that's gone. That's history. But basically, I didn't want to do that anymore. I just stopped doing it. I didn't want to do it anymore. So basically, yeah, I've stopped doing it. It's just, you know, subscribe for more, you know, subscribe for more videos like that. And I don't do the spy thing because it just doesn't work for the channel. It's cringeworthy, and I don't know. I didn't like it. I started to stop it because it didn't really fit with the channel. So that's basically why I stopped it. I also have a big interest in the film industry. I want to be able to actually make movies and stuff like that. So you may know, like, I'm doing this film project on the side. So I have a big interest in film, just in general. I just love films. So I mean, most people do like that, but I'm just interested in the film industry and just seeing how, you know, knowing how films work, and, you know, how release dates work, all that stuff. So basically, that's something that you should know about me. And as I said, with the animation and stuff, I want to learn how to be an animator. I want to, you know, maybe try stop motion as a possibility, but also other things like that. So basically, that's what I want to become an animator eventually. So, you know, I want to be able to make more, you know, make animation for the channel, basically, because it'll be fun. And obviously, yes, I'm an American. I actually found out that I have a little bit of Irish in me. I have quite a lot of Irish in me, actually. Not just a little bit, quite a lot. But I'm American. I mean, my read-through series, my last one that I did on the Twisted Ones, I did a British accent because I felt like the first one I did wasn't very good because I was using my own voice, and I just felt like when I use my regular accent, it doesn't really work that well. So I decided to use a British accent, and I'm really good at it. So yeah, I'm American, but I have a lot of Irish in me, and I do like do other accents. You know, I can do a British accent pretty well. I can do an Irish accent okay. Never good at Scottish accents. Russian I'm okay with, but yeah, I think more like the British accent. So, like, you know, when I say it's Ultimate Spy 53 here, like that, here, like that, it's like it's pretty much like that. It's basically how I do it. I'm talking in a British accent right now, so it's not hard. And I love Marvel, some DC movies, some, not all of them, just some of them. Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks, Laika, Illumination. And of course, you know, Pokemon, obviously, but those are the movie industries I like a lot. I also like, you know, action movies like Mission Impossible and a lot of stuff. So there's a lot out there that I really enjoy, as well as, like, you know, Jurassic Park and all that stuff, and classic like Back to the Future and Doctor Who. A lot of science, you know, science fiction, fantasy stuff, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, you know, Star Wars, all of it. It's all there. I'm a big fan of that stuff. And if you're wondering to know, I currently own an Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS2, PS4, 3DS, Game Boy Advance SP, a Wii. I have a PSP. I don't really play a whole lot, but and then of course 2 of the consoles that I mentioned, the Xbox One and the PS4, are actually my brother's, but I'm able to play them. Though technically, I mean, he doesn't really use the Xbox One a whole lot, so basically that's technically mine. Not really. I mean, it isn't really mine, but it could be mine technically because I use it more often than anybody else. So he doesn't really use it a whole lot, so he's more like a PS4 gamer. So yeah, basically my channel, my gamer tag is actually Jack the Wizard. My Xbox Live gamer tag is actually Jack the Wizard. Jack the Wizard, like capital J, Jack, capital T, the capital W Wizard. And the reason why I called it that is because I was writing a book at the time. I am a writer, yes, and it was called Jack the Wizard, about a wizard called Jack. And I said, a friend of mine at the one I was making my gamer tag, that I should name my gamer tag after this book character that I was writing. And so I decided to do that. It just kind of stuck. So, and I have been thinking a lot about changing it because I don't really like it. I don't hate it, but I definitely feel like it could use for a new one. So I have to spend the $10 to make it a new one. So and obviously the last fact about me is I am terrified of zombies, snakes, and bees. In fact, there was a movie that I was in, and I regret making it. It was a zombie movie, and I was a zombie, and I hated being that movie. Well, I mean, I think I know I was filming and I was enjoying it somewhat, but after watching it, it terrified me. So I'm afraid of all those things. So any games that I play are not going to be zombie games because I hate zombies. So basically, I'm terrified of them. I'm like in general, I hate snakes, and of course I hate bees. I know why the bees, they help us. They're terrifying. I hate them because they want to sting me, and I've been stung so many times before, so it's awful. But that's 20 facts about me. I know it took a while to get through those, but I figured I might as well celebrate this 300 subscriber milestone because it's insane. I mean, I can't even believe it. But anyway, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. I really do appreciate the support. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe for more videos like this and other great content. And I'll be back next time with another video. Alright? See ya.